Why did no one tell me Uche Montana could actually act and wasn't just a pretty face? Might have taken me some time to actually see this, but I'm glad I finally do. Better late than never, they say. This revelation is my biggest takeaway from The Betrayed, a movie that had me trudging through a large body of water in search of traces of life. Welcome to the latest episode of Rinzy Reviews Is This Worth Watching? And today we're looking into Inkblot Productions' latest movie, The Betrayed, for signs of life and loyalty. Yeah. The movie identifies as a murder mystery thriller. Who killed who and why did they do it? Uncovering these answers should be interesting, right? Before we jump in, please hit the like and subscribe buttons, not just to boost our egos, but to actually help this channel stand out with YouTube's algorithm. Thank you. So here's the setup. The Betrayed centers on Amarachi, played by Uche Montana, a woman whose seemingly perfect life takes a hard left when her husband Bala, portrayed by Gabriel Afolayan, is arrested on suspicion of murdering a random lady whose name is barely mentioned. I think it was one or two places, but yeah. The thing is, Bala is the picture-perfect husband. At least that's what we the viewers and his wife Amarachi once believed. The movie spends some time joyriding us as it moves to fill in the blanks of what happened that unfateful night at Serendipity. Serendipity is the exclusive club where the murder happened. Directed by Zulumoke Oyibo, the last of the three co-founders of Inkblot Productions to get their hands really dirty in the film business, The Betrayed tries to put a fresh spin on the classic whodunit genre with a twist of domestic drama and thriller vibes. It's a bold first step for a feature debut, but as you see, boldness can sometimes come at a cost, and this one may have been too hefty. The good. Let's start with what The Betrayed does right. First off, the acting. Uche Montana brings her A-game as Amarachi. Behind that captivating face, there's a lot of depth that I did not know existed. Montana manages to channel the turmoil and confusion of a woman whose life is falling apart piece by piece. It's the kind of role that could easily come off as melodramatic, but she keeps it grounded. In the first few minutes, this is very important, as her performance is one of the things that endears and anchors you to the movie, encouraging you to continue watching when the gears start to shift. I want to sing the praises of the other capable actors in the cast of The Betrayed. People like Gabriel Afolayan and Jemima Osunde, who, with great scripts, have proven time and time again that they are capable hands in this industry. But sadly, this isn't one of those projects that let them shine. They are all good actors, trying their best with what they've been given. But in this movie, they are okay for the most part. And the problem with too many okay performances in one movie is that they make a collection of forgettables. They are all easily forgettable in this, and by extension, the project itself is forgettable. The bad. The Betrayed starts off promising, almost like it's setting up for a thoughtful drama-infused whodunit. We are all in. But just when you're settling in, the film pulls a turn into thriller territory. And now you're not exactly sure what it wants to be. Amarachi suddenly goes all detective mode after receiving some mysterious tip-offs from one of the girls who works at Serendipity. She was on the other end of the phone the night her friend was allegedly killed by Bala, and swears someone else walked into the room to commit the murder. This was all it took to spur Amarachi into action, to try to save her husband, who at this time had already spent 3 months in prison. Now don't get me wrong, genres shift can work if they are done well. But here, it's like watching a jigsaw puzzle being forced together with pieces that don't quite fit. The deeper the movie digs, the messier it gets. The mystery that's supposed to be keeping us on our toes ends up being frustratingly predictable. I mean, let's just say that my first and only suspect was spot on, and by the time the reveal rolls around, it feels more like a confirmation than a shocking twist. It's all in the energy it gives off. The energy, the vibe, the way it's handled. Nothing really exciting or thrilling there. Character decisions slip further and further into the territory of the absurd. It's almost as if every time the plot needs to move forward, someone has to make the most nonsensical choice possible. Because tell me why Kunle, played by thirst trap Vine Olugu, would not only stop his car at the traffic light late in the night after escaping the lion's den of a mob boss lady, but also come down to fight the driver behind who clearly bumped into him on purpose. More times than I can count, I found myself thinking there was no way someone would do this in real life. And that's a problem because it pulls you out of the experience and makes it harder to stay invested in these characters and their ridiculous decisions. In conclusion, The Betrayed isn't all bad. It has a standout performance from Uche Montana, and there are moments where you can see the potential of what the film could have been. But in trying to both be a drama and a thriller and everything else that is sandwiched in between, it never quite finds its footing. The story tries to hook us with intrigue and suspense, but it's in the way it is handled and the very, very predictable nature of its central mystery that ends up deflating the tension, the very little tension it was able to build at the start. Look, it's not the worst way to spend a couple of hours. If you're in the mood for some low-stakes drama with a touch of mystery, you might find The Betrayed worth a watch. But if you are going in expecting a well-crafted whodunit with layers and surprises, this one will definitely leave you wanting. Zulumoke Oyibo's directorial debut is a bold step, and I give her credit for that. But sometimes it takes more than boldness to make a mystery truly engaging. Here's hoping that her next venture finds that balance between ambition and execution. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this review and want to see more takes on Nollywood's latest releases, hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments, have you seen The Betrayed? What did you think of it? And if you were Amara, would you have gone all out to clear your husband's name, or would you have packed your bags the second you found out about the side chick? Let's get the conversation going in the comments. See you in the next video.